Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Givaradhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Givaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Givaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Kunja Bihari Radha Kunja Bihari Radha 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 Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jai Baladeva Mai Subhadra Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladeva Mai Subhadra Jaya Srinath Ji Jaya Balagopal Srinath Ji Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Srinath Ji Jaya Balagopal Srinath Ji Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Jai Gaura Hari Bol Jai Gaura Hari Bol
Srimati Divine Grace Abhacharana Arvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrata Vedare Ashtottara Shata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrata Vedare Ashtottara Shata Shri Divine Grace Nitya Lila Pravesha Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai Om प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की राजभूमि वृंदावन धाम की मायापुर धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगा माई की यमुना माई की भक्तिदेव तुलसी महारानी की समवेद भक्त वृंद की नित्याय गौर प्रेमानंद all glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to the Lord of Feet of Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayashu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. Reading from Shrimadbhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8, Prayers by Queen Kunti, Text 27. Namo Akinchana Vittaya Nivritta Gunavrittaye Atma Ramaya Shantaya Kaivalya Pataye Namaha. Namo Akinchana Vittaya Namo Akinchana Vittaya Nivritta Gunavrittaye Nivritta Gunavrittaye Atma Ramaya Shantaya Atma Ramaya Shantaya Kaivalya Pataye Namaha. Please recite. Namo Kinchana Vittaya Nivritta Gunavrittaye Atma Ramaya Shantaya Kaivalya Pataye Namaha. Word by word. Namaha. All obeisances unto you. Akinchana Vittaya. Unto the property of materially impoverished. Nivritta. Completely transcendental to the actions of material modes. Guna. Material modes. Vrittaye. Affection. Atma Ramaya. One who is self-satisfied. Shantaya. The most gentle. Kaivalya Pataye. Onto the master of Monis. Namaha. Going down. Namo Kinchana Vittaya Nivritta Gunavrittaye Atma Ramaya Shantaya Kaivalya Pataye Namaha. Translation and purport by Divine Grace Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. My obeisances are unto you, who are the property of materially impoverished. You have nothing to do with the actions and reactions of the material modes of nature. You are self-satisfied, and therefore you are the most gentle and are master of monis. Please repeat. My obeisances are unto you, who are the property of the materially impoverished. You have nothing to do with the actions and reactions of the material modes of nature. You are self-satisfied. Therefore, you are the most gentle and are master of the monis. Purport. A living being is finished as soon as there is nothing to possess. Therefore, a living being cannot be, in the real sense of term, a renouncer. A living being renounces something for gaining something more valuable. A student sacrifices childish proclivities to gain better education. A servant gives up his job for a better job. Similarly, a devotee renounces material world not for nothing but for something tangible in spiritual value. Srila Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami and Srila Raghunath Das Goswami and others gave up their worldly pomp and prosperity for the sake of service of the Lord. They were big men in the worldly sense. The Goswamis were ministers in the government service of Bengal, and Srila Raghunath Das Goswami was the son of big Jamindar of his time. But they left everything to gain something superior to what they previously possessed. The devotees are generally without material propensity, but they have a very secret treasure house in the lotus feet of Lord. There is a nice story about Srila Sanatana Goswami. He had a touchstone, and this stone was left in a pile of refuse. A needy man took it, but later on wondered why the valuable stone was kept in such a neglected place. He therefore asked Sanatana for the most valuable thing, and then he was given the holy name of Lord. Akinchana means one who has nothing to give materially. A factual devotee or Mahatma does not give anything material to anyone because he has already left all material assets. He can, however, deliver the supreme asset, namely the personality of Godhead, because he is the only property of a factual devotee. The touchstone of Sanatana Goswami, which was thrown in the rubbish, was not the property of Goswami. Otherwise, it would not have been kept in such a place. This specific example is given for the neophyte devotees just to convince them that material hankerings and spiritual advancement go ill together. Unless one is able to see everything as spiritual in relation with the Supreme Lord, one must always distinguish between spirit and matter. A spiritual master like Srila Sanatana Goswami, although personally able to see everything as spiritual, set this example for us only because we have no such spiritual vision. Advancement of material vision or material civilization is a great stumbling block for spiritual advancement. Such material advancement entangles the living being in the bondage of material body, followed by all sorts of material miseries. Such material advancement is called anartha, or things not wanted. Actually, this is so. In the present context of material advancement, one uses lipstick at a cost of 50 cents. And there are so many unwanted things which are all products of material conception of life. By diverting attention to so many unwanted things, human energy is spoiled without achievement of spiritual realization, the prime necessity of human life. The attempt to reach the moon is another example of spoiling energy, because even if the moon is reached, the problems of life will not be solved. The devotees of the Lord are called akinchanas because they have practically no material assets. Such material assets are all products of three modes of material nature. They have foiled spiritual energy, and thus the less we possess such products of material nature, the more we have a good chance for spiritual progress. The Supreme Personality of Godhead has no direct connection with material activities. All his acts and deeds, which are exhibited even in this material world, are spiritual and without affection for the modes of material nature. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that all his acts, even his appearance and disappearance in and out of the material world, are transcendental. And one who knows this perfectly shall not take this birth again in this material world, but will go back to Godhead. The material disease is due to hankering after and lording it over material nature. This hankering is due to an interaction of the three modes of nature, and neither the Lord nor the devotees have attachment for such false enjoyment. Therefore, the Lord and the devotees are called Nivritta Gunavritti. The perfect Nivritta Gunavritti is the Supreme Lord because he never becomes attracted by the modes of material nature, whereas the living beings have such a tendency. Some of them are entrapped by illusory attraction of material nature. Because the Lord is the property of devotees and the devotees are property of Lord reciprocally, the devotees are certainly transcendental to the modes of nature, material nature. That is a natural conclusion. Such unalloyed devotees are distinct from the mixed devotees who approach the Lord for mitigation of miseries and poverty or because of inquisitiveness and speculation. The unalloyed devotees and the Lord are transcendental, attached to one another. For others, the Lord has nothing to reciprocate, and therefore is called Atma Rama, self-satisfied. Self-satisfied as he is the master of all monis who seek to merge into the existence of Lord. Such monis merge within the personal effulgence of the Lord called Brahma Jyoti. But the devotees enter into the transcendental pastimes of Lord, which are never to be misunderstood as material. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsta Shri Rupam Sagragatam Sagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sadivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parigana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha He Krishna Karana Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So today we are reading from text 27. My obeisances are unto you who are the property of materially impoverished. You have nothing to do with the actions and reactions of the material modes of nature. You are self-satisfied and therefore you are the most gentle and are master of monis. So yesterday we have seen the text 26 in which Queen Kunti prays to Supreme Lord as, My Lord, your Lordship can easily be approached, but only by those who are materially exhausted. One who is on the path of material progress, trying to improve himself with respectable parentage, great opulence, high education and bodily beauty, cannot approach you with sincere feeling. So these are the four, I can say, principles of material advancement, like high parentage, good wealth, high education and attractive beauty, which might be causing a delay in your spiritual progress. So today we are going to see how Krishna is the wealth of impoverished, like Akinchana Vitta, and next how Krishna purifies by taking away all material properties from a sincere devotee. And then Krishna is beyond material morality and qualities. And last, Krishna is self-satisfied and master of liberation. Atma Rama and Kaivalya Pataya Namaha. So coming to first point, like Krishna is the wealth of impoverished. So materially impoverished here means like the person, like the devotee, who is been exhausted with all material pains, sufferings, and one who has lost all his wealth, all his position, occupation, everything is been lost for him in this material world. The only hope, the only source now he has is the Krishna, and he's the real wealth of that devotee. So Queen Kunti Devi glorifies Krishna as wealth of those who have nothing materially. And Prabhupada even explained in the purport line, the first qualification of a devotee is to let go of the hope that material propensity will bring happiness. So when one becomes akinchana, have nothing, Krishna becomes only their wealth. So also we have seen in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we see in Chaitanya Charitamrita the story of Goswamis. In that, especially Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Sanatana Goswami, those were two brothers. Those were ministers in the kingdom of Muslim kingdom. So during then they were very rich, and they were from a high aristocratic family. So the background of them was very rich, and they were working as ministers, and the wealth that was possessed by them was very huge. But still, they have left everything, and Jai Sri Radha Kundi Hari, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra, Jai Sri Gauri. So still, they have left all those material propensities to achieve much more higher than that. Took the shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and have drastically progressed in their spiritual life. And also we have seen they have authored many books like Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Srila Rupa Goswami, which is very, very top most devotional book. And there are many other books as well. And they did various activities, like they have found pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavana. They have discovered the places where the pastimes have been discovered, and under the pure divine guidance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they have realized the need for spiritual progress in their life. And also here Prabhupada even quotes examples like daily examples. We may see children in their young days. We say like, if you don't play for certain time and spend that time in studying, like sacrifice your play time for reading and preparing for exams, it could give you a better results in the so and so exam. So here the child is sacrificing his play time, his most favorite time, for something higher, that is his academic progress, or else his position, like promotion to the next grade, it depends on. And also Prabhupada quotes example of a servant, like who is doing a job but quits the job to get better job, like to progress for a better job. So this is in material concern, but we can take the examples of Goswamis, how they renounced their all the materialistic propensities for the welfare of their spiritual progress, and also not for only them, but also to preach the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to all other living entities, and also coming further generations. They have made such a huge, enormous contributions that now we are sitting here, we are reading and we are having the scriptures is just due to the mercy of them and the hard work beyond which they worked on these scriptures and developing pure devotional service to Krishna. So, and there is a short story about Sanatana Goswami, Touchstone Chintamani. So, during those days, Sanatana Goswami once meditating, and one of the devotee of Lord Shiva approached him, asking for. Actually, he prayed Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva said, like, go to the Sanatana Goswami and ask that I have sent you over to him. So Sanatana Goswami has received that person, and he said like, whatever wealth you are searching for, it is in the trash bin. You can go there and find it out. So he went there, and in that trash area, he found a very valuable gem, Chintamani. And he said, it's a valuable touchstone. So the man took it to the home, and the power of that stone is like, whatever he touches the stone with, it turns into gold. So that powerful, that valuable is the gem. So the person went to his home, and he was spending time with that stone, like he was just experimenting, is that stone valuable or not. He was just doing some things like touching some normal material things, and it was turning out to be gold. But after some time, a question has pondered into his mind. See, this valuable gem, that Goswami has known like this is a valuable gem, but why he has thrown into the trash? That means there is something that is more higher value than this. So I have to get to know what is that. I have to know what is the more important than this Chintamani touchstone. So then the next day, again he came back to Sanatana Goswami and asked like, Acharya Goswami, you have kept this Chintamani in the trash. That means you might be having very higher value than this. So what is that? He asked. So then Sanatana Goswami said, in order to save that, you first have to throw this stone into the river, which is nearby. Go there, throw this stone, and come back to me. I will say what is more higher than this. So he acted according to Sanatana Goswami's instruction, and he went to the river, and he just left the Chintamani stone over there, and he came back. And then Sanatana Goswami has given the holy name, which is very powerful, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He then gave this holy mantra to that person, and the person has then realized, okay, this is the most important, this is the most valuable than the material asset. Because, see, even material asset, today you might be having property, wealth, assets. There is no guarantee that the assets will be permanent with you. There might be some time like there might be robbery or theft, or you might be selling it to other person for some need, like if you are in need of like financial crisis or something, you might be selling it to the other person and you might be giving it to others. So there is no permanent guarantee like that you will be holding your material assets or propensities forever. So this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the more you give to others, the more you purify yourselves. The more you preach to others, the more you spread this message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the more you relish the joy in it. So he received the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and he started chanting it, and he started his process of realization and attaining pure devotional service. That is the story of Chintamani's 1. And so here I would like to quote the key point is like, the real wealth is not in gold, jewels or some other material possessions. It is Krishna himself and his holy name. So it's a usual, usual common thing like, what if we want to possess something that is eternally gives you happiness, or something that gives you for a short term happiness. Like I can give you a $1 million, but I can say like this is only for 1-2 days, and after that whatever remaining I will take back from you. So, and the other thing is like the devotional service or the holy name, which gives you permanent happiness, and there is no condition like that is being taken away from you until and unless you commit any offenses towards the holy name or any offenses towards other devotees. There is still the holy name is there, and it purifies our heart, the dust that is been accumulated over years and years. So a true and sincere devotee prefers to take the holy name and Krishna's association through his scriptures and through the association of devotees, which gives him everlasting and eternal happiness, and also finds him a very good position in the spiritual progress, and also gives a pathway back to Godhead. So now we are moving to like Krishna purifies by taking away material propensities. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Yasya aham anugrahami harisye tad dhanam san. So when he shows special mercy, he takes away our material propensities or material assets. So we can see in like life story of Srila Prabhupada. During his business days, the business was going fine, and he started Krishna consciousness movement long back from childhood onwards. But his idea was I have to do more business so that I could earn money and I could print more and more books and I could preach more. But due to his sincerity towards Krishna, Krishna made the circumstances to drastically slow down his business and might be leading to closing of the business, and then he completely dedicated his life to Krishna consciousness, and in fulfilling his Guru's instruction, his spiritual master's instruction, to preach this message to the West. So what if his business is expanded and he goes more and more profits? He's a sincere devotee, there is no doubt in it, but there might be very few chances in others' lives. They might be, if they are too much advanced in their material life, they might not be taking devotional service that serious, that intensely. So Krishna sees the sincerity of devotees, and if they are very much sincere, he makes circumstances which eventually leads to his better spiritual progress and faster spiritual realization, and dedicating more of his time into the devotional service and to the service of Krishna. So even here in Parpat, Prabhupada says Krishna, whoever worshipping him for material desires and as well as to improve in a spiritual life, Krishna first takes away the material wealth. That doesn't mean he doesn't like them, but he wants them to stay closer to him, and he wants them to be more focused on the spiritual path, and their more time has to be dedicated towards it. Because I can quote an example, if a person who is in touch with Krishna consciousness and who is progressing very smoothly, then he might be getting a job which is a tireless one, and he has to even work on weekends onto it. We may see how the competition in present world is, how the job market and how difficult it is to keep up a job in this difficult scenario. So then if he is doing that job and if he is engaging almost entire of his week to it, so how much time could he dedicate to Krishna consciousness? Very less amount of time, whole week. So Krishna, after observing the sincerity of devotees, So he makes such a circumstances that even though if he gives job, the job will be in such a circumstance that it will not disturb the spiritual time and devotional service of the devotees, and it will allow them to progress more and more along with their job with which career they are following. So their career path as well as spiritual path, both paths will be progressing very simultaneously. So this is one thing. So because mixed devotion, wanting Krishna plus material comfort is not pure, Krishna removes material propensities so we can stand firmly on him alone. Prabhupada even recalled that when everything in his business life was dismantled, he thought it was a loss, but later he realized that it was Krishna's way forcing him to fulfill his Guru's order, because if that was not the scenario, we couldn't imagine Prabhupada coming to West and starting this amazing Krishna consciousness movement and all the centers over the world, like 108 temples, and lot of, like 14 times he has been traveling over the world. So, and also we may see like parents during the children playtime, if children catches the knife or something harmful object like gun or something, they take away from them such that they don't want the children to suffer more, or else they don't come into danger by using that, because they don't know how to use it. So they simply take that away and give them something they like the most, like chocolate or some other toy. So that is the thing. So the lesson which we are learning from is losing material things for Krishna's sake is not loss but the greatest gain. Then next we are going to see Krishna is beyond material morality and qualities. The verse says like Nimritta Gunamritta, Krishna is beyond the material modes of nature. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in 4th chapter, text 9, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tatvatha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti so Arjuna. So Krishna says like, one who knows all my appearance, its appearance, acts and deeds, Janma, karma, all his activities and his appearance are as transcendental. He never takes birth in this material world after leaving this body. Here in purport also it is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, Lord says that all his acts, even his appearance and disappearance in and out of the material world are transcendental. And one who knows this perfectly shall not take his birth again in this material world, but will go back to Godhead. This is being affirmed by Krishna himself in Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna, who is the creator of this entire cosmic manifestation, which contains even the material world, the material modes of nature, he is aloof from these material modes of nature. Even though he appears in this material world, he does not get contaminated by influenced by material modes of nature, because he is the creator. If he is being influenced, then there is no difference between the other like demigods and him. So he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is aloof from it, and he acts like his way of respecting, his way of taking care of his queens. He sets an example for all of us just to follow in his footsteps, like how to lead a proper way of life. And we also see in Lord Krishna's pastimes like stealing butter. Everyone in the Vrindavana enjoys it. Even though the gopis complain to Mother Yashoda, but still in their heart they feel like Krishna has to come, Krishna has to eat the butter which was made by me. Even though they store on top of the roof, Krishna along with his friends goes there and takes the butter. Actually, Krishna stealing is not stealing. Technically, everything belongs to Krishna in this entire world. So everything is Krishna's property. So he's just taking the property, his property. That's it. So that is not stealing. So his activities are transcendental and ours are not material. Like ours are material. So if we steal, it's an offense. I mean, it's a punishable act. Even as everything belongs to Krishna, if we do not offer whatever we consume from the nature, like if we do not offer to Supreme Lord, if we do not show our gratitude and affection to the Krishna, it is also, we are also thieves if we do not offer it to Krishna and take it as prasadam. Because without the permission of the so authoritative person, you are taking it. So that is not the true method. And even in general way also we may follow, like the phone, like which we have purchased by using some money. So I have lost this phone, or someone have theft this. So he's using someone's other's property. So he's obviously called a theft or robber, right? So the same applies to us when we are taking our food as our food without offering, like the bhoga. So after offering, it becomes the remnants of the Supreme Lord, and we show our own affection and love. And yeah, and then comes like Krishna is self-satisfied and is a master of liberation. Krishna doesn't want anything from anyone. He is full and complete because he is the creator, and out of which we are all emanated, like all the material universe and all the cosmic manifestations, all the millions of universes are being emanated from him. So he is the complete and he does not require anything except he requires the love from his devotees, so that the devotees will be very much relished by giving their time and service to Krishna. Because here it's mentioned like he is Atma Rama, he is self-satisfied. So what Krishna asks for, will he ask for anything from any of us, like give me this, give me that, if you give me this only, like I will grant you this, I will grant you that. Even though if you give or not, daily we are getting proper food, shelter, clothing, everything we are getting, everything is being given. He gives the nature, and nature provides everything for our sustenance. So unalloyed devotees and the Lord are transcendentally attached to one another. So unalloyed means like there is no attraction to any material desires or material propensities. So the both are transcendental. This unalloyed devotion is not a one-step or two-step process. It's a way long process, and the sincerity and dedication of devotees will lead into the path of unalloyed devotion. Like we see Prahlad Maharaj, he's a pure devotee of Lord Narasimha, and he has firm faith in him at every stage, even though he was troubled by his own father at several times, but still he did not get fear. And his father is the king of entire world at that time, but still he did not have attraction to even a single material thing. He just had attraction towards Krishna and his holy name. So that is the thing that represents transcendentality of the devotees and unalloyed devotees and Supreme Lord. And then Kaivalya Pataya Namaha. So liberation, he is the master of liberation. Krishna doesn't need anything, yet he becomes the wealth and shelter of his devotees. There are 5 types of liberation, namely Sarupya Mukti, Salokya Mukti, Samipya Mukti, Sarishti Mukti, and Sayujya Mukti. Sarupya means attaining a form like Lord. Salokya means living on the same planet as Lord. Samipya Mukti means becoming his close associate. Sarishti Mukti means enjoying one of the appliances like the Lord's. And Sayujya Mukti is like merging into the Lord's existence. Here in Purport is also mentioned like he's the master of all monis who seek to merge into the existence of Lord through the Brahman effulgence. Such monis merge with the Brahman effulgence, personal effulgence of the Lord called Brahma Jyoti, or Mayavad, we call it Mayavadis or like yogis. But devotees never aspire for any of this liberation. They just want their attachment to Krishna, and wherever they are, they might be in hell, they might be in various other worlds, but still if they are able to chant the name of Krishna, if they are able to serve Krishna, wherever they are happy. So liberation is not the loss of identity, but it is the eternal loving connection with the Krishna. And Prabhupada even quotes like, devotees are not even interested in the last type of mukti that we have seen, like Sayujya Mukti, those merging into the existence of Brahman effulgence, because they want to keep their individualities to serve Krishna eternally. The real liberation is the loving service towards him. And today I want to conclude with this following points like, Krishna is the true wealth of those who renounce material hopes, like Sanatana Goswami, who valued Krishna above the Chintamani touchstone, gold. And also many material propensities he has, like material wealth, assets. And also when Krishna takes away material propensities, he is showing his special mercy, his special care towards his devotees. And Krishna's actions are always transcendental, divyam, beyond our material concepts of whether right or wrong. And Krishna is the master of liberation. He is the true liberation is eternal service, but not merging into the Brahman effulgence or Brahma Jyoti, his personal effulgence. So the final conclusion statement I want to make today is like, when everything material is taken away and only Krishna remains in this world, then that is not poverty, but he is the richest position of life. Because even in Brahma Samhita it is mentioned like, Chintamani prakara sadmashu kalpa vriksha laksha vriteshu surabhira vipalen Lakshmi sahasra satasambrava semyamanam govinda madi purusham tamaham bhajami. So, in the spiritual world, there are many multiple desiratories, valuable jewels, hundreds and thousands of Lakshmis are serving Supreme Lord. See, that much opulent he is. If he is in our lives, then our life will become automatically truly blissful and very amazing. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Any questions, comments?
We were listening to lectures. Thank you for
Very
the
nice.
class. I was listening to a few classes on this, and because this is Queen of these prayers, there's Calamity Africa, and she's praying for and stuff like that. And you were mentioning that the biggest calamity for humanity is the forgetfulness of Krishna. You know? And so, with this about the material attachments and so forth, they take you further away from Krishna. Like they make you forget and stuff like that. So, but I feel like sometimes Krishna will come and take it away, but sometimes Krishna will give it. Like, depending on the devotee or depending on the situation or circumstance. So, but the devotee, at least we try not to be affected by it, whether it's good or bad. Like that also comes in Bhagavad Gita. So, like if wealth comes, we use it in the service of Krishna. Right? It's not good or it's not bad. We don't think of it as ours and stuff. So we try to Okay, so I like that. So, not to be afraid. In either way, Krishna makes you fearless, I feel like, in those circumstances. Whatever comes at you, good, bad, this, that, or the other, and you just use it in his service. And all will be good and peaceful.
Yeah, because the thing which you have mentioned, Mataji, like the wealth which we have accumulated, we don't know how authentic and how proper the wealth that is being coming towards us, because we don't know the source which is coming from us, whether they are getting their wealth in a proper way or not. So if we get the wealth and if we use it, like we get their karma as well. So if we use it in the service of Lord, it becomes the pure and divine. And also one may question, like, what if we cannot complete in this life? So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna even says, Neha vikramana sosti pratyavayana vidyate. So slightest endeavor in this moment, like slightest endeavor also may save you from a greatest danger. And the point that which you have left in this life, where you have left in this life, the same point you will be starting in the next life, and you will be given an opportunity to be born in a highly aristocratic family or a scholarly family, where you will be having some favorable conditions to make further progress in your spiritual journey. And also during that time, if you don't properly utilize that opportunity, you may not get other chance guarantee, because that is actually human life is very rare, and in that doing devotional service is very rare. Thank you.
Use up your pious credits.
Yeah.
That you may have, not understanding that those credits for further you advance in spirituality or in Krishna consciousness, and just waste your life over it.
Yes,
Thank you.
Absolutely.